If y'all don't know anything about when I put on my channel at night during Big Brother, I like to be comfortable, y'all. I'm still trying to catch up on what's going on. Right now, I'm watching Quinn, Angela. What is his name? Joseph. Joseph is the name of the mustache man. Brooklyn and Chelsea. They're all giving Angela reassurances that she made the right nom choices, but obviously we know how this goes. Cause y'all remember when Mama Fee won that random luck-based, HOH, and everyone was acting like that. The true test is not how people are with you when you are sitting in that HOH seat and sitting in that HOH room. The true test is actually when you're not HOH and you're no longer protected. Yeah, I realized I got my stuff together pretty quick, and I realized that I had like approximately an hour before I actually have to leave my house. So I was like, you know what? I can actually come back inside and relax for an hour instead of leaving an hour earlier. Which again would go against conventional wisdom that I was taught, which would be like leave as early as possible and wait longer there to make sure nothing happens. But with the whole bus thing, like I would live if I wasn't able to take the bus because the wedding that I'm going to is on a Sunday. I mean, obviously that would be a terrible thing to happen that I would miss my bus. Tucker is like high maintenance, man. I was watching him combing his hair earlier, and I was like, "Yo, this dude Tucker." I wonder, are they having any? No, this is not a Gatorade. This is a Core Water. Shout out to Core Water. None of these people sponsor me. During Big Brother 24, I remember people used to be like, why are you doing lives laying in bed? And I'm like, because I can. I don't gotta sit up for y'all. I would always say to people, like, if you want me to do something differently, there's a super chat button. And you can hit the super chat, and maybe I'll do something differently. But until then, I'll lay down and do this live. Let me see. It hasn't even really been a long day for me, to be honest. It's been a long week, though. It has been a long week because of Big Brother. When I was in college, I went to college in Michigan, and I used to actually take the Greyhound bus from Michigan to New York to come home to save money. And that was a long bus ride. That was like 16 hours. When I was in boarding school in Canada to get home, to get to Massachusetts, I also took the Greyhound several times from Canada, from like Toronto to Massachusetts, to Boston, Massachusetts. And that was about a 14-hour trip. So I used to take really long bus trips. I just got back into taking the bus last year when I went to Toronto, and it was like a last minute trip, and the tickets were like $200 each way, and I'm used to paying $200 round trip to go from New York to Toronto. So I was like, you know what? Let's do this throwback and take the bus. And I took the Greyhound bus. I took it at like 11 o'clock at night, and the bus arrived in Toronto at about 7 o'clock in the morning. I spent 75-80% of that trip asleep. So I was like, you know what? Let's run this bus thing back. The last time I went to Virginia, I drove. Oh my goodness. I think I spent about $60 of tolls. I think I spent about 60 to $80 of gas. So what's that? We're already at $140. Okay, so I guess cost wise, it's essentially not too much difference than taking the bus, but I don't have to drive. The trip is about 7 hours on the bus, which is fairly long. It's not like it's a short trip, but and sometimes I will drive, but I mean the reason why I don't want to drive this time around is because now I have a job where I drive all over the place all day, every day. So I'm just like, I can't do it. I just had to change the brakes in my car. I just had to get my oil changed, and I just had to change the inspection sticker, and what was the other one? The inspection sticker and the registration. I had to renew the registration, and all of that kind of happened around the same time. And half of that happened because of how much I have to use my car for my job. Is this the Alliance? I guess this is kind of some of the Alliance in here. Oh, why did I call Rubina Chelsea? That's Rubina. I was looking at her and I'm like, I think I'm wrong. That's not Chelsea. Oh, and Tikor is in the room. My first year, I left all my study notes, books on. Oh wow, they never retrieved it. I mean, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just like, it's interesting. I mean, at least Rubina seems to be getting along with everybody. She still gives me blue. And nobody can say that I'm hating on blue because blue said to my face, what, 2 days ago? When I was talking to Blue 2 days ago, Blue was like, I said, Blue, did you know anything about Big Brother before you got casted? She was like, nope. And I told her, you know what? I said, I watched this video of you picking which guy you want to date based upon the food that they cooked. And she was like, that's the video that they found me from. And they cast me based on that video. They liked my personality. So I was like, cool, I'll do this Big Brother thing. And she's like, I thought Big Brother was a queer dating show. I don't know. Y'all tell me how Tikor is doing. I don't know. I actually, strangely, I actually never minded those long bus trips. It was later on in life where I was like, I can't be bothered driving 10, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. I'll just hop on this hour, 2 hour flight and call it a day. Um, I used to take long drives all the time. You know what it was? I was probably so familiar with that because my dad used to always drive. Like we never, I mean, we flew once in a while, but he was the long car trip guy. So I was just used to sitting in cars or buses for hours at a time. If I had the money for a rental car, I'd probably have done the rental car thing. I might take a long trip. I might do the car thing around my birthday. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Lisa keeps saying she won't vote chemo and they won't vote each other. They shouldn't vote each other. Someone please tell this recruit they don't have votes on the block. She keeps saying she won't vote chemo. Oh man. So Lisa gives hi. Lisa gives recruit, huh? Hello Dash M. I haven't been on the feeds yet. I have the feeds on right now. Let me try to switch rooms. Let's see. Let's go to camera. Oh, are all the rooms the same? Oh, all the cameras are on the same thing right now. Okay. Oh, okay. Lisa's talking to who's that? I can't see behind the equipment. Chemo? Oh, who I forget who what's this guy's name? I forget his name. Lisa's in the bike room, the exercise room with somebody. That's probably why they're playing so hard. Because I was watching it, even though I don't understand the context just yet. I was like, these guys are serious right now. Like, don't pull a BB-25 on us, please. By the way, I gotta admit, as much as the BB-25 cast was annoying in the house, Jag is a riot in person. Jag is like really funny. As is Matt. Matt is really funny also. I mean, he's not like joke funny, but he's just like a fun person. Uh, yeah, I liked all the BB-25 cast that I met. There's a few that weren't there. You know, Hisam. I would have loved to meet Hisam, to be quite honest with you. I would have loved to meet Hisam. I feel like he'd be one of the most interesting to meet on the low. Lisa is doing the most, actually. I feel like she's doing so much. It's a while before this elim. Like, she's doing heavy campaigning, like, we're on Wednesday already. Like, focus on trying to win the power of veto and campaign for people to take you off the block if they get picked for power of veto at this point. Like, yo, you are doing the most. I think that is an accurate description. If you saw my live, or if you even if you didn't see my live, if you saw my videos that I posted of Jag and Matt, it was exactly accurate. What you saw on TV is pretty accurate. I mean, the part about them being nasty to Sari and Felicia that was not cool for me, but just, I mean, that personality wise, that's kind of Jag is a jokester. Jag is a jokester. Who's okay? This guy that she's talking to, what's his? Is it this is Chemo? I think they have. I think they have. And they all seem to interact well. You know, the cast seemed to really actually like each other. The funniest thing is that Mimi is so nice. Like, we watched her sit around talking so much trash about all the cast during the season. And she's like one of the nicest ones. out of all the ones that I met there, and she was the one who was like, "Come on, guys, let's get together, take videos, let's take some pictures." Like she's like the connecting piece of everybody. What are they talking about? I want to turn up the volume a little bit. What time is it? 11:56. So I got about 25 minutes before I bounce. For some reason, I always liked Mimi. And you know why I liked Mimi? It wasn't because of the show. And it wasn't because of me thinking that she was good at the show. It was literally just like, I'm the type of person who doesn't join the crowd. I'll be honest with you. I can give you an example of my page. I said this on my prior live that I did an hour ago. There's things that I know that I can do, and there's people that I can connect myself and align myself with to get the things that they're getting that I am currently not getting. But there's things that they have to do in order to acquire those things. And I know that sounds vague as hell, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not willing to do the things that other people are doing to get the things that they're getting. When it comes to an office setting, I come there to do a task. I don't come there for friends. I don't come there for, you know, I want to go to such and such's baby shower. I want to, whatever it is. I don't come there for that. I'm like, I have a contract. I'm paid to do something. If they're like, what are you doing on the weekend? Well, I am clocking out. What did they just shake on? I'm clocking out, and then on Monday I will clock back in. That's it. So watching Mimi operate in this setting was like, she is me. I was like, Mimi is my spirit animal. I loved watching her walk around and rant in the storage room. That was one of my favorite parts about BB25. People think based on my YouTube page that I'm so friendly and personable, and I'm really not like that. Like, I can be friendly and personable. I can also be a recluse. It just depends on the setting and how I'm feeling in that moment. Online, I can talk to people from a safe distance. So my personality is not going to change drastically from day to day online. Like, if I have a day when I'm not really feeling it, I don't have to get on here. It's not my job. But whether I'm feeling it or not feeling it, Ravina is short. Whether I'm feeling it or not feeling it, I still gotta clock in and do my work. Because I still gotta get paid. Mark is a bully who didn't join game night. I'm not even really supposed to be here right now. I just realized that I looked up the bus schedule and saw that I could get to where I was going a little bit later. So I was like, let me just sit here. 4'9", she looks it. Because I just saw her walking through the kitchen. Okay, who's cooking? Somebody looks like they're cooking something. We got T-Core is doing dishes. Was that Lisa? Lisa's cooking. I see stuff coming out of the pots. What does she got in there? I want to be more social. I just have a hard time doing it. That's the weird part, is that I don't have a hard time being social, but it's just that my social battery drains quickly. So I'm like, yeah, I'm having fun. And then I'm like, I want to go. Like last year when I went to the Big Brother premiere party, I wasn't prepared for how crowded and just action packed. And it's like living in New York, you can leave your house and go all over New York and nobody speaks to you. But you go to like a fan event of one of these things, you're just standing there and somebody's like, "Hey, who's your favorite house guest? When did you start watching Big Brother?" Da 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 da. And it's just like, "Oh, so we have to kind of interact this whole time, huh?" And then you add in the element of me trying to get footage for the page. So I'm there from like six o'clock or so until one, capturing footage, which sometimes requires me to speak to people. So I get home and I'm like, oh, I am so tired from interacting with people for that many hours. Ed, I wish that you had been here, Ed, on premiere night. The most dominant and strategic player in the game. Shouted out Cass Wash Wash. And a couple other people. Tasha, I think. Was that Matt? No, I think that was Matt who shouted out Tasha. They each said hi to about three people, but they were both amused by the Cass Wash Wash. Guys, nobody admit we missed that. Okay. What is the name of that redhead guy? What was the name of that famous redhead guy with the wavy hair? Every time I look at Quinn, I just can't unsee that guy. What's the Carrot Top? I just see Carrot Top when I look at Quinn. Quinn gives me Carrot Top. I was here. Remember you say Matt say Patricia. I do. I just watched that video actually. Matt was like, "Sorry, I sucked, guys." You know when somebody laughs at something really hard, like you say something that's like self-deprecating, and somebody laughs really hard at it. Like when I'm creating videos, I'm not thinking about my reactions. So when I went back and watched that video, and he said, "Sorry, I sucked," that was probably the biggest laugh I let out for the whole night. And it was because I was agreeing with him. I was like, this is so funny. Like, this is so funny that he said that specific thing. Because what was rolling through my mind was like, we played rock, paper, scissors because I was willing to do that. You know what was interesting though? If you look at that video, he wasn't reading my lips. Like when we were inside of the club, not the club, it's not really a club, but when we were inside of the venue, loud music playing and stuff, and I think that he was reading my lips when he was talking to me when we were inside. And when we came out, as you could see in the video, I was on the side of him and he wasn't looking at me. So I said a couple of things to him and he heard it. But maybe it's just because of my proximity, and maybe he stood on the side of the ear that hears better. I don't know. Just some random thing that I thought about. I'm fascinated by interesting things. John McEnroe. Someone's chat name is Quinn's hair. You're giving him advice on his speech. I did. Yeah, but when I said say hi to Patricia, I said when oh this person is named Patricia, he said hi Patricia, and as you can see in the video, he wasn't looking at me when I said that. So he definitely heard what I said. He was just drunk. He said it in the video. He's like sorry, um, like sorry I'm drunk. Oh man, he didn't even remember when I met him the next day. He didn't even remember meeting me, and I'm gonna say I would say I met the whole cast that was there anyways. And I want to say like maybe like Mimi and Blue might have been the only ones who actually remembered speaking to me the day before. And that's pretty wild to me. I was like, "Hey Matt, hey Jag, I met y'all yesterday." "Oh, really?" I was like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, we spoke. Like I spoke to all of them." I mean, some more than others, but I spoke to Jag and Matt a decent amount. I spoke to Corey and America. Well, they weren't there the next day, I don't think. I think they only came for day one. I spoke to everybody. Creepy ass B back screen. Why did we get that? Why did that get an ew? I will keep that video forever. I know they meet a lot of people, but the thing is, that venue that we went the second day might have had 100 people in it at the most. Um, I don't expect them to remember my name or to remember like details about me or even details about the conversation, but I would think at the very least if we stood and spoke for 10 minutes 24 hours ago, they would remember my face. That's about it. Cause like I met Aza about 3 to 4 times before she remembered my name. The first 2 to 3 times I met Big D, he didn't remember who I was, but I didn't meet him on back-to-back days. So I fully understood that. Like I met Big D once in November and then I met him like the next year in July or something. So I really didn't expect him to remember me. Um the people who I can remember remembering me at events, like from seeing me at one event, Derek from the challenge. Who else? Wendo. I told him that 2 days ago. I was like, Wendo, I appreciate the fact that you met me at that mental health panel that you threw, and then you know the next time you saw me, you were like, "What's up, Mark?" I was surprised by that. I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, it's rather action packed again for an early part of the season, which I learned from last year. Don't get my hopes up, but I'm starting to like the cast. I don't like new people, so it takes me a while to acclimate myself with watching new people. Even if I didn't like the old people, like I'm used to them. So when the new people come in the house, I'm not really that excited, but once they're in there for about a week or two, that's when I'm really starting to feel like, okay, I'm invested in this now. And I'm liking the people enough that I'm feeling invested in them early. I'm starting to feel invested. I'm not there yet. I probably have to watch some more feed to fully get there, but um Tucker has definitely been stirring the bowl for a minute. I have yet to see a feed with Tucker's shirt on, so I don't really know what y'all are referring to. He put his shirt on at some point, cause Every time I've turned this on, it has been a shirtless Tucker. Who was it who had their shirt off? Oh yeah, yeah, I remember now. I don't think we had anyone like that last year that I can think of, but my first year covering Big Brother, it was Monty. Actually, I meant Matt as well. Actually, I meant Matt as well. You said Tucker, and I was actually thinking Matt when you said Tucker. I don't know why. Kenny. Yeah, I was saying Tucker and I was thinking Matt. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I have an excuse of being bad with names. Cass doesn't. Cass could walk in a room and remember 1,000 names in one shot. It's feeding time. I always wondered why in Big Brother they always eat so late. I mean, at like 9 p.m., that's a pretty late time for everyone to sit down for a gathering like that. You know what? Maybe it's just because they're bored. You know, like maybe they eat at 5 and then it's like, what else is there to do? Let's eat again. Let's cook again. Let's eat again. I didn't hear who got called to the diary room. Let's see who leaves. I didn't see who left. Process of elimination. Who's not in that room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 2 people not in there, and I can't figure it out. Between Jolene and Mark, honestly, I'm not. I can't even say you're catching a lot from me because I'm not giving anything as of right now. I feel like a useless contributor to the Big Brother community at this moment. I do. Because normally I'm on top of these feeds. Like last year, I was on top of these feeds day one. This year, and then also the replay feature helped somebody like me. Because what I would do is, this is how I was doing it last year when I got really busy, like life wise. What I would do is I would go on X, and there was a couple of pages, BB Live Updaters, which I still have to go on, and Big Brother Extra. I think those are the 2 main ones that I would go on. And I would watch, because what they would do is they would take the most important pieces of the conversation and they would title it, like, let's say Brooklyn develops plan to put Angela and such on the block. So I would watch the little 2-minute clip and then I would find the timestamp and watch the whole conversation. Now I can't do that because I can't go back. I think Cam. Oh yeah, Cam's not in there. Good catch. Let's see if there's any other room. What is with them killing this thumbnail, by the way? This thumbnail has been on here since like the beginning of me watching this. Like, why are they staying on this thumbnail? Is it getting more people to watch? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like they gotta give you the front, the every angle of this guy. And he, when you click that feed, he's not even on it like that. Like he's got his shirt on right now, but they still have that same thumbnail. Why? Why does he look like that? He looks weird and shifty right now. Why is he making those facial expressions? Matt makes weird facial expressions. But they're staying focusing the camera on him. Like what the what's going on? Is Matt supposed to be the sex symbol of this season? He does got the crazy eyes. He does got the crazy eyes. Look at him. No, Cam has seemed to be cozying up with Lisa. I don't know. I'm making that up. Game wise, he's been cozying up with Lisa. I haven't seen him cozy up with her like that. Yeah, people are shipping. People are shipping Matt and Mackenzie. Ed. Edward. Panel guy's named Matt. MJ don't want shorties. Ed, you thought that your guy, Kenny, was going to go so far. I said Kenny could be a threat and Kenny could go out early. I said Kenny might not be the guy they want to let sit around until final five. And here we are. Here we are with Kenny already on the block, week one. I heard Angela in the HOH room a little bit earlier talking about how Matt is doing so well and Matt is such a big threat. I heard her talking about that earlier. What is this big monstrosity of a thing? Hold on. What is this? Oh, it just went to the "We'll be right back" screen. I was just about to ask a really important question. Just a really important question. Yeah, well, now you know how I feel. My picks were going against each other in Big Brother reindeer games. Joseph votes Pedro. They got you. They knew. I wonder if there's another camera that I can go to. Camera 2. What's happening on camera 2? Camera 2 is on the "We'll be right back" screen as well. Okay. Thanks for wasting my last 5 minutes or so. Appreciate you. I can't wait till this channel actually like gets back into the algorithms because it seems to find its way to the algorithms only during the Big Brother season, so Leah gives nothing, just like I thought. I don't know if y'all feel like Leah is doing something for y'all, but Leah is giving me nothing. She's just there. Leah gives me Alyssa Snyder. Who else? Who else? Who else? Alyssa Snyder. I had some names in mind, but I can't think of them now. She's one of the more recent ones that I can think of. I'm waiting for my channel to trend. Live. A little trick of the trade is that lives are the way to do it as fast as possible. Lives got my channel trending, and like pre-produced videos never did that. What could you possibly do besides talk to us? We need some house drama. It'll happen. There will be house drama eventually. You out of here, Ed? She says the chubby the better. The chubbier the better. I don't think they really gave her any chubby men to choose from on this season, so if you want to know who got the very biggest cheers on opening night and the second night, T-Core and Cam. That's who the fans were feeling the most. Who else? I feel like a couple other people got some cheers, but I think those are the loudest ones. I think the fans liked what's his name? The 21-year-old guy. They thought he was funny. What are the ladies talking about? Maybe when I'm on the bus, I'll catch up with, I don't know, Jolene or whoever you guys have said has been summarizing this stuff. Maybe that'll help. Because, like I said, starting this behind is like missing the first 15 minutes of an action flick. Like, you miss the whole context of why whatever is happening is happening. Whether it's like a flashback or whether it's they start the movie at the end and then they go through the movie to show you how they got there and then they show you the conclusion, or whether it's just like background information like here's how Spider-Man became Spider-Man. It shows like a flashback of him getting bit by the spider, or it shows like what happened in Spider-Man 2 and what's leading up to Spider-Man 3. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of show that you have to be, if you're a live feeder, that is. If you're a show, if you just watch the pre-taped show, it's much less of a commitment. But if you're a feeder, you have to be all the way on top of these feeds like all the time to be able to understand anything that's going on. So I just basically turned on the feeds for the first time about 4 p.m., 5 p.m. today, and I have a random mosquito bite on my ankle. They don't really cast big men because they can't do well in comps. They do cast them though. I mean, they casted who did we have last season? Did we have a big guy from last season? Maybe we didn't. I mean, they casted Terrence, who is like fairly big. I mean, he's not huge, but they casted Big D. Maybe they don't cast a lot of big guys. That's true. Cam is another name that needs to be banned. There have been two BB Cams, and I have a friend named Cam and a friend of me named Cam. On today's episode, Jolene spoke. Spence, what other shows does she talk about? Someone in the live feed chat is named Grandma. I don't get paid enough for this. Me neither. I can relate. A gut, I mean, there's a little belly there, but that I would not count chubby. But she said she fattened them up. Hey, if she can cook and then, yeah, you can create your chubby man. Just get the man. He has the potential to put on love handles and stuff. So just cook him some nice meals, and you could get the chubby man that you desire. And you can chub away. I would start talking about Adult Swim. Jolene likes to cover Real Housewives drama too, but also does the Traders. She also does the Traders when it's on. Who's Angela talking to?
It would not be smart to get everything. Just think about it like that. Like somebody who I trust 100%. I've told you.
Who's this? Chemo talking to her? Because I can't see. I think it's Chemo. See, this is the stuff I'm interested in while I'm watching her talk, right? This is how I know I've become a feeder, right? She's talking. This is what I'm looking at. I'm like, what are those things in there? Is that like a generic Febreze up here, up top? I can't tell if I'm looking at like that green thing, if that's like a lint roller. It looks like it could be one. What are these orange things here? Is this cleaning supplies, water bottles? You know what I mean? Oh, Joseph? Okay. This maybe I need to switch my camera angle, because on my camera angle, Joseph is not visible. So, oh, quad cam. I have not used quad cam yet. I'm not going to bed. I'm leaving my house in 2 to 3 minutes. Then I'm going to New York City, getting my bus. That's why I sat up, because otherwise I would just be like, time for me to go to sleep. It's better anyways. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep on the bus. Oh, now I see Joseph. There we go. Wave to me. There's nothing I can really do. But I'll tell the bus driver, safety first. You got precious cargo in your bus. Safety first. Okay, y'all. I'm headed off. Thanks for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Talk to you later.